It's story time tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about that Thanksgiving party that I told you about last week, okay? So it was two isolated events, so I just wanted to do two isolated stories instead of making one big long one, okay? So that's what I'm deciding to do. And so if you didn't watch the last one, watch the last one because that set up the scene for what I'm about to even be talking about, okay? So just lock in. Go to the last video, watch the last video, come back to this. You're gonna know what's going on. You're gonna feel fully prepared and ready for this story, okay? But if you already watched it, here I am, y'all. And what I'm gonna tell you about happened right after I exited that conversation with old Sideshow Bob, okay? So, after all of that, I ended up trying to get me another drink. And when I went to go get another drink, it was like mad people over there buy the drinks, right? I go and get another drink and Weird Shirt comes up to me. Weird Shirt's just like, oh, I saw you talking to so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. I'm not gonna say their names. And I was like, yeah, I was over there with Sideshow Bob. He was wilding, so I kind of just exited the scene. He's just like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes he can come off a little, I don't know, to some people, but he's not really my friend. He's her friend, and so, you know, we just been mixing. And I'm like, I get you. Like, you know, not everybody is for everybody. And I think he was wilding and he shouldn't be for anybody, but look. Maybe he never even talked to her about these points, okay? Maybe they never had this conversation, and so she doesn't know that he's insane. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. And he's just like, yeah. He was just like, if he bothering you, let me know, like, I got you. And I'm just like, okay, Red Shirt. So I finished making my little drink. Then I walk over to my friend. My friend's talking to like two girls and a guy. They're all just like, they were like high school friends or something like that. So they just chatting it up. And I just introduced myself. I was talking to them. Everything was cool. It's like 15 minutes passed. And then Red Shirt is just like, hey, you guys, I want us to go and play some games. So since we're going to play these games, I'm going to split us up in groups because since it's 22 of us, a lot of games say like you can't have more than like 12 people or something like that. So we're going to set it up where one group is going to play this game, one group is going to play the other game, and then, you know, we're going to come all together at the end to play a big game together where all of us can be like participants. And so that's basically, that was the little spiel. Some people were still outside, so he was just like, yeah, just everybody get y'all drinks and everything like that so that like we can, you know, disperse. And so he basically set it up like anybody that you were sitting next to dinner with, you weren't in a group with them. He tried to make sure that everything was like really mixed. So like I wasn't in a group with my friend. I wasn't in a group with her. But I ended up being in a group with this other guy that was like across from me. And so I was just like, oh yeah, asking him how his school was, da da da. Me and the guy, we're talking, but then after a little minute, he was just like, all right, let's start the games. And we're playing our game on our side. Let me tell y'all, let me describe some people for y'all, okay? Okay, so Weird Dress. This is Weird Dress's house. It's Weird Dress house and Weird Shirt. Like, he don't live there, but he be there all the time, okay? And so Weird Dress, she's like 5'2", right? She's like Hispanic. I'm gonna say she Hispanic. She could have been like a cool mix. I don't know. Cause you know, sometimes mixed people just look like they're Hispanic. I'm not in charge. So she looked like she was Hispanic. A couple of the people that was there was Hispanic, and one of them was her brother. And so I'm assuming if your brother Hispanic and you look Hispanic, you Hispanic. So that's what I'm gonna say. She 5'2". She kind of thick for her. Like she like got some hips and booty, no titty. All right, and she's like got a real short cut. It's like almost like a pixie cut, to be honest. Like she really was on her Dora. She was on her Dora, okay? Really had a bob, like Edna type shit. Like she, okay? So that's exactly how she was. Her weird dress was tight, but it wasn't like you know, like spandex type of thing. I think it was made out of like sweater material because like she was in season for it. She was in season. And so, yeah, that's her, right? Then Red Dress got a best friend. I'm gonna call her Barney. Why am I calling her Barney, y'all? She was built like Barney, like mad belly, mad thighs, no boob, booty not bootying, but it's a booty there type beat. Y'all envisioning this? Y'all seeing what I'm saying? Okay, so both of them, they best friends. But Barney, she tall, she mad tall. Barney taller than me. I'm gonna say she like a cool 5'10". If I had to guess, I'd say she was like a cool 5'10". So Barney tall. That's another reason why she was Barney. Barney mad tall. So Barney tall, got a little baby, so like they are very different is what I'm trying to say there. They are very different. The only thing they got in common is the fact that they ain't got no boobs. Okay, that's the only thing they got in common. And then it was just like Barney was wide. She was wide, and she was like a little bit darker than me, just a smidgen darker than me. And she had a shortcut too. She was on her Edna too, like both of them, both of them. So they had their little bobs, but one bob wasn't bobbing. So you know, y'all do whatever y'all want with that. Then they were like cool. They were not in my group. But they kept staring at me the whole time. And I was thinking maybe it's because they don't know who I am and who I came with. And they just like, who is that girl? Like if somebody random inside my house, I would be like, who is that girl? But my thing is, I'm coming up to you and I'm like, what's good? But I guess that's not what type of time they was on. So yeah, I'm in my group. They in their group. They both staring at me mad hard. I was in my group with the guy that sat across from me, red shirt, and like 2 Hispanic guys, and then a bunch of like white girls. Okay, so that was my group. And then like it was low key segregation because it was only like 2 black people in my group and everybody else that was black was in the other group. But yeah, so me and red shirt was over there with everybody else. They was cool for real. But yeah, it was mad girls in my group. I think it was like 5 guys and then 7 girls. So yeah, and then all of us was in their little group. And so my little friend was like, I was like, I'm gonna have to live without you. She's like, no, don't go. We so extra and dumb. So yeah, it was cool. I'm gonna drink 5. Not gonna hold you. I'm gonna drink 5, but like the first one didn't have no alcohol in there, and the second one just had a drop for real, like a little baby drop. But the last 3, I didn't make 2 of those 3. My homegirl made it. She laced my shit with vodka. So I'm just like, I'm type cool. We finna have a swelled out time. So we're playing these games and everything like that. It was like the first one was kinda like a board game, but not like a board, but like a board, like you write on a board type beat. And then the second one was a card game. The third one was like Never Have I Ever type kind of, but not for real. It was more like Truth or Truth, because it wasn't no dares. It wasn't no dares. It was more like Truth or Truth, okay? And then it was like Twister or something. Everybody, we chose the games that we wanted to play in our groups because they had like 8 games. And so it was just like, y'all get 4, y'all get 4 type of thing, okay? But then it was just like one of the games that we were supposed to be playing, we ain't like it. So then we turned around and we're just like, we just gonna play Truth or Truth, because it was like these people was too drunk in order to understand the directions for the game. And so it was just like, forget the game. And so that's basically how that went. And so when we were playing the first like little board game thing or whatever, everything was normal. We played the second little game. Everything was normal. Once we got to the Truth or Truth, that's when motherfuckers started wilding. So I'm like, all right, let's do this Truth or Truth. And basically the way it was set up is, if somebody asks you a question, then you answer the question, and then you get to ask one person a question. So somebody asked Red Shirt a question. He answered it. I don't know what his answer was, but then he asked me a question. And of course, I'm thinking the question gonna be a regular question, because why would it not be a regular question? It's mad people in here, and also you got a girlfriend, so you ain't gonna ask me nothing crazy. I was wrong. I was wrong. He was just like, he was just like, when the last time you did anything sexual? And was it with somebody that you're in a relationship with? And I was just like, hey, yo. I was like, hey, yo. And I'm just like, I don't know, probably like, what was it, June? I can't remember. I'm just like, and nah, it wasn't with somebody I'm in a relationship with now. And he was like, oh, interesting. I said, it shouldn't be interesting. It should not be interesting. I'm so sorry. It should not be interesting at all. What you mean interesting? What you trying to say? Interesting how? Like, what you mean by that? What does that mean? And so I'm like, bro, but I didn't say anything. I didn't even make a face. I said, like, bitch, I'm about to go ahead and ask somebody else a question, because I ain't fit to ask you no question. And I don't know why you asked me that question when it's your girlfriend's house. But I was just like, I'm minding my business. I don't even live here. I don't even live here. And then I look out the side of my eye, because I'm very observant, and Barney is staring at me something crazy. And I'm like, Barney, why are you looking at me like that? And so I just was like, oh, asked the little white girl, hey, yo, when the last time you were stranded somewhere? Like, I just asked a random question just real quick, because I just was like, I gotta get the heat off of me. Like, what's going on? Everybody staring at me like, ooh, wow. I'm just like, bro, what? Like, I'm like, oh, y'all did it tonight. I'm like, it been since June for me, just let me rap. So he was just like, oh, I see you try to get the heat off you real fast. He was like, what if I had another question? I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. This is truth or truth, not truth or two truths and 7 more truths. Get the fuck out of here. So after I asked the white girl the question, she went and then she asked me a question back. I'm like, why y'all want to know so much about me? Like, I can't just live my life. I can't just be here in the background just cooling. And so she was just like, oh, how old are you? And when did you move here? I'm just like, how come when everybody else asks a question, it's one question, but when I get asked a question, it's 2 questions? And so I was just like, yeah, I'm this age, I moved here, whatever. And she was like, And then the red shirt, interesting. What's going on? I'm like, yo, red shirt, you got chill. Because every time you say something, Barney looking at me like I'm crazy. She need to look at you. I'm just like, what's going on? And so then I'm just like, whatever, yo. We continue our conversation, whatever. It's like, because everybody was supposed to like ask the question twice and or like tell her answer twice. So once everybody did at least one of those things twice, then we was gonna move to the next game. So I had my fill. I answered my 2 questions and I got to ask 2 questions. So I'm just like, let me out of this hole. So then we play Twister. Mind you, I don't want to play Twister. But it's cool. I got on pants, you know. I got on like a regular fit, like no boob gonna pop out. I think I had on a shirt that was similar to this. So I'm just like, I'm cool, but I don't really want to touch none of y'all because I don't know y'all like that. And like, I just got here. And so we planned and everything. And of course, like, red shirt ended up having to do it with me. I don't know how it was set up, but it's like, I had to do my little thing. And then here come red shirt putting his little body on me. And I'm like, you ain't had to do all of that. But like, he did because it's the game. But I'm just like, no. And then like at the end, like, when he like fell on top of me, and then like I was just feeling hands all over my body, and I'm just like, you did not have to touch both of my boobs and like whisper next to my vagina. You didn't have to do all of that. You didn't have to do all of that in order to get up, and I know you didn't have to do all of that to get up. Like, I'm like, that was real extra of you, but I ain't fit to say nothing because like, this not my house. So I was just like, whatever, yo, I don't even care. Like, let me out of here. So then we get up and then we waited like 2 minutes for them to finish their game because their game wasn't done. And so red shirt, here he come. He just like, yeah, so that's really crazy. Like, I would have thought that you was in a relationship. Wow. That's crazy. And I'm just like, yep, you know, everybody can't be as happy as you in a loving relationship. Dang, it must be nice. Ooh, like, I'm just chatting for her because I'm just like, boy, if you get the fuck out of here. So he's just like, yeah, you know, everything's not always what it seems. So da da da. I said, and then my thing is, my little friend was like back to back with him kinda, because we did have like little chairs that we was in, and so she turned around like, and I was like, girl, no, because but I didn't say anything, but we locked eyes, you know, we locked eyes, and she's like, what he mean by that? I'm like, girl, I do not know this man. We need to just hurry up and keep it going. So I'm just like, let's merge, hurry up, let's merge. So I can get away from this nigga. And so after that, they was done their little game that they was playing. Then we all got back together as a group so that we can play a little group game, because it was like 2 games that we was gonna play. We're all like 22 of us that was up in there. So I was just like, cool. And then somebody arrived. Like, how you arrive after we ate dinner? It's like 11:40 and Shorty pulled up. What you doing? So then, boom, I'm there. And when Shorty came in, he was fine. He was the best looking person in the party. That's probably why he was that late. I said, hold up, who is this? I ain't say nothing to that man. I did not say nothing to that man. But yeah, we go on. Once we merge and everything, they get an extra seat for him. Of course, he sat next to me. So he sat next to me, and then on the other side of me was Red Shirt. I said, why is Red Shirt sitting next to me again? And so then Red Shirt trying to talk to me like, oh yeah, this is my man for real. He basically tried to sun the guy that came in late. He tried to sun the guy that came in late. He was like, oh yeah. So, you gonna give me my whatever back? Like, and I'm like, bro, why is you asking him, is he gonna give you some type of shoe back right now? Like, bro, if you don't get out of here. And so the guy was just like, yeah, of course. And like, he was just chill for real. But I'm just like, why he try to play with you in front of my face? Like, that's crazy. And I'm just like, you lame as hell, Red Shirt. But that's neither here nor there. So then my best friend was like, dang, I can't even sit next to my friend. And so the new guy that had just came in, he was like, oh, I switched with you. So he sat in the seat like across from me, because that's where she was sitting at, because both of them sat next to me hella quick. Like, what y'all need to sit over here for? So she sat next to me, and then he sat across from me, and like the whole time he was just looking at me. I'm just like, all right, bro, don't look at me no more. Don't look at me no more. You had enough. You had enough FaceTime. You don't need to be looking at me. And it was just like, we was playing games and stuff like that. And like during like intermissions or times where people were trying to figure stuff out for the game and stuff like that, like Red Shirt would just keep on turning to me and talking to me. And I'm just like, yo, friend, go to the bathroom with me. She was like, all right, cool. So me and the girl, we go to the bathroom. And then she was just like, so, you know these niggas? Like, is this something you want to tell me? Like, have you been going outside without me? Like, I know that, like, you cool for real and you got other friends, but you ain't got that many friends for you to be knowing all of these people. You know these people? I'm like, no. She was just like, it seemed like you and Red Shirt best friends for real. I was like, absolutely not. She was like, I don't know. It seemed like, you know, y'all got something going on. I said, I don't like that you just said that. She was like, no, for real. It seemed like, you know, maybe. And I'm like, no. And so she just thought it was so funny. She had 100 jokes. And I'm just like, it's crazy that you saying this when this is his girlfriend's house. What's going on? And she was just like, nah, they had recently broke up. They just got back together like 2 days ago. They had broke up because he had cheated on her, and she still don't know who the person is that she cheated on him with, whatever. And it was like a one-night stand or something like that. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. And then he trying to cheat again, because why did he keep on talking to me? But I was like, I'm minding my business. You ain't even need to tell me that. I'm going to go ahead and go back out there. You sit next to him, and I'm going to sit where you sit. She was like, that's going to be mad weird if we just go back out there and we sit in different seats. She was like, we got to come up with a plan or something, because that sounds crazy. If we go back out there and y'all, we done switch seats, then everybody going to be like, dang, why did they switch seats? And then everybody going to be murmuring about it. And I'm just like, low-key, you right. And then the fact that everybody is drinking is going to escalate things. I was like, all right, I'm going to just sit in my seat and I'm going to just start ignoring him. Like, I'm going to just stare at you the whole time. If I sit like this the whole time, he not going to tap me on my shoulder to try to say nothing to me. So I was just like, that's just the plan. That's just the plan. So I was just like, all right, cool. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit there with him. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sit there with him. And I just have to live my life sitting there with him because he's going to bug me eventually. And so that's what I did. We went back. I sat next to him, and then he tried to say something to me, and I hit him with the like the slow turn. I was like, yeah. Like, the fuck? And I started having a conversation with her, and then it was like we still was playing the game, but like the first game that we played was not as interesting as the second game that we played as a group. So I was just like, yeah, we wasn't really paying attention. And then like the game was about to switch, and then Barney, he got up to do something, and Barney sat next to me, and she was just like, oh, you know where his shirt? And I'm just like, no, I don't know where his shirt. She's like, you sure you don't know where his shirt? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure that I don't know where his shirt. She was like, oh, for real? And I'm like, bitch, did you not hear me the first 2 times? But I was like, nah, I don't know where his shirt. And she's just like, oh, okay. I thought y'all knew each other from high school or something. I thought like there was something there, like y'all was cool or something. I'm just like, no, this is the first time I ever met him. Like I literally don't know that man's name. And she was like, oh. And I was like, why you say oh like that? She was like, no reason, you good. And then she got up and then she sat in her seat. And then Red Shirt came back and he sat next to me. And he was like, oh, hey. And I'm just like, why are you saying hey to me? And so like I started getting irritated because I didn't like the narrative that was being pushed at this event. I'm just like, this is like the 3rd person that asked me if I knew Red Shirt. And like I don't know Red Shirt. And he like being all close to me, talking to me, whispering and then kiki-kiing with me and shit. And I'm just like, that's usually cool, but I don't like the vibes. I don't like the people staring at me. Cause like Barney in red dress just kept on staring at me. I don't like the fact that my own friend asked me, do I know this man? When she know I don't know him. So I'm just like, it's too much going on. I'm just like, I don't want to sit here no more. And then it was like, we still had to play a whole nother game. So I'm just like, bro, let this game go. And so I'm like, let's speed it up. Come on. Because it was one of those ones where it could be a long game or it could be a short game. So I was trying to like, let's wrap this game up. Like we started the game, let's go. So then after that, like we all like dispersed and everything like that. We moved the chairs and everything like that. And it was like, they were supposed to be doing something. I can't remember. It's like, it was like another type of game or something, but it was like a drinking game that we were supposed to be playing. And I was kind of looking at the clock like, y'all gonna let me out of here? And so I'm like trying to see if my friend want to leave, but she had got out once the game was done, and she went back over to the 3 people I saw her talking to earlier from her high school. So I was like, I'm not ready to act like I don't want to be here and bother my friend like, hey yo, I'm trying to go home, when she invited me to something because she was trying to be nice. I'ma just chill for real. So I was just like, all right. And so I just walked away, and then I went to go get a croissant, because like one thing I'm fit to do is eat croissant. So I went over there, got a little croissant, nibbled. I'm in the kitchen because I wasn't really trying to interact with these people. And then oh fine shorty just gonna come in there trying to talk to me. I'm like, bro, the fact that you fine don't mean anything to me, because I'm not on this type of time. I just want to be left alone. I'm just like, all I want to do is just like read my little books, make my little YouTube videos, and go to work. I promise you, I'm not trying to do anything but those things. I don't want to do not nothing that ain't one of those things, or like going to the gym or something. Like I just, texting you is not about to be a priority of mine. I do not want to do any dues with you. Like I'm cool, and like you really pretty. I appreciate your gorgeousness. Get the fuck out of here. Like please don't get. So he was just like, yeah, I seen you. I was looking at you. I like the way you talk. Like, where you from? And I'm just like, bruh, I'm from fucking Dakota. Like, I'm from Arkansas. Like, bro, I'm from Alaska. Like, leave me alone. He was like, you just sound good. I just like the way your voice is. And I'm just like, you a freaky ass frog. Get out of here. Yo, so I was just like, I was so not in the mood. I was just like, I can acknowledge that you're pretty. Like, that's so great. Don't give a fuck. Like, please leave me alone. And so he was chatting me up for like 3 minutes, and then here Red Shirt come. I'm like, this is even worse. And so Red Shirt just like, is he bothering you? Like as a joke. And I'm just like, no, I'm actually having a very, very blessed time talking to him. I'm just really enjoying this. I just wanted to get to know him in particular better. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, But I just wanted the red shirt to go away, and I felt like that would be the way to get him to go away. But no, he wanted the cock block. So he was just like, you don't want to get to know me better in particular? And I'm just like, y'all, was so bad because I was just like, bro, that usually work. That usually work. And it didn't. But it did have other shorty gassed up. And so he was just like, no, like, yo, why you cock blocking? Like, let me cook. Like, let me work. Like, let me be over here with her and you over here asking all these questions and trying to begin our conversation. Like, bro, get out of here. And so he kind of scared him away. So Red Shirt was just like, I'm gonna talk to her soon as you're not talking to her, I'm gonna talk to her. So don't worry. And I was just like, and he was like, that nigga getting on your nerves, ain't he? And I was just like, tight. Like I'm really not here for him, and he making it seem like I'm here for him. Like, bro, I do not know you. And he was just like, yeah. He was just like, that's just how he is. And I'm just like, okay. And then I found out like the two of them like went to high school and middle school together. They live down the street from each other currently. Like, that's really your best friend. And I'm just like, why y'all doing this to each other if y'all best friends? And I was just like, is this a game? And then I was like, you know what? It does not even matter. I was like, let me out of here. And so then one of the little cute little white girls just came up to me and she was like, I have a question. And I was like, perfect. Let me go with her. I'm gonna see you later. Bye. And so then I go over to her and like two Hispanic guys and the three little white girls, and they in their little, and I was just hanging out with them. And I was talking to them, and then they was asking me a bunch of weird questions too, but I was just like, it is so much better than y'all. I'ma stay right here. I'ma stay right here with all the other teeny people. We all teeny together. Cause I'm just like, all of y'all big. And y'all looking down on me. And y'all pressuring me to answer questions that I don't want to answer. And so I'm just telling y'all a bunch of lies so y'all leave me alone and I seem less interesting than I am. And like, it's not working. Y'all don't care. They don't care. Like, I try to pretend to be dumb. That didn't work. I try to pretend to be mean to one of them. That didn't work. I'm just like, it's nothing I can do. And so once I got with these people, they was chilling. I was just like, I love hanging out with y'all. They was like, yeah, like you just seem so interested and fun, and we just wanted to get to know you better because we saw you talking to everybody else, and we just like, when is she going to talk to us? And I was like, you right. When am I going to talk to y'all? What's up? So we was talking about marshmallows and some more. I don't even know how we even got on the topic of marshmallows, but like we was there with it. It's just like, so how you make marshmallows? And I'm just like, well, dumb as shit. So like, yeah, I was just having a swell dough time. And then I was just talking to them and everything like that. And then Barney comes over. I'm just like, what's up? And she was just like, oh, nothing much. Where are you from? And then I told her where I was from. She was just like, oh, have you ever visited here before? And I was just like, I came here like back in March. And she was like, oh, do you know people out here? I'm just like, yeah, I know like 3 people out here. She was just like, oh, are you related to any of them? I'm like, you asking me too many fucking questions at this point. Like, I was with you in the first half. Like, stop asking me all these questions. I'm just like, yeah, I got family out here. Yeah, I have friends out here. Yeah, my cousin lived down the street. Like, yeah. Like, bro, leave me alone. She's like, oh, so you work out here? Like, you came here for work? I'm just like, tight. I'm like, basically, like, bro, what do you want? And so she's like, I was just trying to know like what you was all about and everything like that. I'm like, what are you about? Like, where are you from? What you been up to? Like, what you get into? And then she was like giving me these ridiculous answers. And I was just like, I really don't even want to have a conversation with you. I don't even know why I asked you that, because I don't want to have a conversation with you. I want you to get out of my face. Because I didn't like her from the very beginning. I didn't like the way she looked at me. I didn't like the way she smelled. I didn't like her like attitude towards me. Like the way she was speaking to me was very aggressive. And I'm just like, I don't know you. So the fact that you giving me this aggression when you don't know me is crazy. Like, get your life together. So yeah, that's basically how I felt. But I was just like, I'm not gonna be extra and dramatic. I'm gonna just let you rock. Like, this ain't even my house. Like, this your best friend house. Y'all good. Y'all gonna do whatever y'all gonna do. Whatever. The moment that Barney leaves, Richard immediately comes up to me. He was just like, why she keep talking to you? I'm just like, why do you keep talking to me? And he was like, I guess you're right. And I'm like, no, that was a real question. I didn't say that. But that's what I was thinking. I'm just like, you laughing and shit. Ain't nothing funny. I ain't seen you talk to your girlfriend all night. Go over there. Like, kiss her. Love her. Like, he made me mad at this point because I'm just like, bro, if you was my boyfriend, hands. Like you see, like, I'm beating you up. I'm beating you up, yo. Because he made me so mad. Because I'm like, bro, you keep coming over here. And it's crazy that you're coming over here. Like, you belong over here. And your girl over there. Go over there. And, like, he the one that split us up in our group. So he put me in a group with him and his girlfriend in a whole another group on purpose. Like, that didn't have to be like that, but that's what he did. So I'm just like, bro, you mad annoying. And, like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but no, get out of here. And so I was just like, yeah, like, Barney just keeps on coming up to me and talking to me. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, whatever. Like, I guess, whatever. And he's just like, oh, okay. And so he asked me, like, 2 more, like, questions that he didn't need to know the answer to. And I was just like, I'm actually not going to answer those questions. And he was just like, why not? And I was like, because I don't know why you want to know that. And then, like, he leaned in to, like, whisper something in my ear. And I was like, but I didn't want to be, like, too dramatic because I was just like, I don't want it to seem like something's happening. I don't want it to seem like there's something happening. And then he had told me a joke, like, close when he came in. He was coming in to tell me a joke. And, like, it was actually funny, but I didn't want to laugh. I didn't want to laugh because I'm just like, I don't know if they going, like, think something, like, the narrative. That's all I was thinking. I was just like, it just looked crazy that you just keep on coming over here talking to me. I have been the person that you talk to every single time that I've seen you talking to somebody. Like, when you going to talk to somebody else? Like, the only person I ever seen him talking to was me and that guy. And I feel like he was only talking to that guy because of me. Like, I never was seeing him talking to nobody else. He talked to, like, 2 people the whole time he was at the party. And I'm just like, bro, these are your friends too, ain't they? Like, she invited, like, 12 or 13 people, and then the rest of the people was his people. So I'm just like, bro, like, what's going on? And then I found out that he the one that invited my friend. And so he was just like, oh, yeah, I mean, I invited her, and I told her she should bring you. Like, she showed me a picture. No, she posted a picture of y'all 2 on her story. And then when she asked, could she bring a person 1, I asked, was it you? And she said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, bring her. And I'm just like, that was how that happened? Hey, hold on. That was how that happened? I was like, oh, no. I'm like, let me out of the party. Let me out of the party. So I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And then walked away. I didn't even finish. I didn't finish having no conversation with her. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Walked straight away. Walked up to my friend. I'm like, hey, yo. You didn't act. Like, my brain was just. I was like, hey, you didn't tell me that he knew, like, who I was before I got here. Like, you didn't tell me that he low-key asked about me. You didn't tell me that. Because if you would have told me that, I would have avoided this man like he was the plague. I'm like. And she was like, oh, I didn't think it was that deep for real. And I'm just like, you seen him basically follow me around this whole party. Like, it's not his bitch house. So I was just like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Now that I know that, like, I'm vacating the scene for real. So I went outside because, like, as I said, like, earlier, since there were so many people, like, the door was, like, open, basically, and you could just go outside and da-da-da. So I went outside, like, I'm fake smoking. Because I'm outside with all the smokers, I'm not smoking. It's like 3 hours out there, we cooling. Then, here come old fine shorty. I'm like, all right, bro. Now, you follow me around the party. I'm like, all right. Enough is enough. And so, he's just like, yeah, I just wanted to say something to you before I leave. I was just like, oh, okay, be safe. Drive safe. Let the host know you made it home, you know. Good seasonal greetings, like Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know. Leave me alone. And so he was like, yeah, it was just really nice to meet you. Could I get your Instagram? No. Absolutely not. Get out of here. He was like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm just like, it is crazy. I know, it's crazy. I'm like, it's so crazy. And then I got up from the smokers and I walked away. I'm like, what's going on? Leave me alone. So then he left, and Red Shirt came out immediately after that and was just like, yeah, I knew he was going to try to come over here and talk to you. I was just like, yeah, and I knew you was going to come out here and try to talk to me. He was like, yeah, you knew. And I'm just like, it's not funny. Like, you smiling and it's not funny. And so then I see Barney looking out the blinds at this man trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, yo, I'm about to get banged. I'm about to get banked by a little Hispanic girl and this tall ass black woman. They about to bank me. I'm about to get banked. On Thanksgiving? For Friendsgiving, I'm getting banked. I'm like, man, leave me alone. And so at that point, I try to like give like a face of like disgust. So maybe Barney will see my face looking disgusted and she'll be like, oh, they don't talk and she not trying to get him and she don't like him. I was thinking that would work. Didn't work. All right, so cool. We're just gonna move because at this point the story's kind of long. Some time passed, whatever, a couple of things happened, whoop. I go back inside the house. I get in the house and I go in the kitchen because I live in the kitchen. I'm trying to get a dessert. So I go over there. I'm looking for apple pie because what? And so I go over there to go get some apple pie because I wanted to put some little apple pie in a little container so I could take it home with me because I wasn't about to eat it, but I wanted a little nibble and then I was going to take it home. So that was my plan. I go over there and get to apple pie. Then Barney comes up to me and she's just like, so why are you here? And I was just like, and before I had a chance to answer, because I was just so shocked at the question, I'm just like, what you mean? I'm here for Friendsgiving. Like, fuck is you talking about? So, and she was just like, you know what? You ain't even got to answer that question. I want to know why you think it's okay for you to come up in this party and da-da-da. And she just started, and then like, I started piecing things together that she thought that I was the girl that red shirt cheated on his girl with, and that red shirt invited me there because he just wanted to, like, I don't know. I don't even know. But it's just like, it was dumb. And so she started like piping up. She was like getting so like loud that other people started looking at us in the kitchen. And I'm just like, baby girl. Like, one thing I already done told y'all, I hate when niggas make a scene. So I'm just like, I'm like, baby girl. And she's just like, and it's crazy that you really trying to act like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, I know what you're talking about, but I know you ain't talking about me. And she was just like, I am talking about you. And like, if you got a problem with it, da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, baby girl, I don't know if you know. I'm a Baltimore, and I beat bitches up. I'm like, please stop playing with me. But I'm like, I'm not going to act a fool in here because I don't act a fool because I'm going to go. I don't want to go to jail. So I'm just like, I'm a good girl. I don't do nothing wrong. I'm a square. I'm in my box. I be coolin'. Like, I don't do nothing. So I'm just like, you need to leave me alone. And so I'm just like, excuse me, red dress. Because if you got something to say, you can say whatever you got to say. I'm like, you don't need to get her to come over here and address me. You could have just asked me a question. I don't see what the problem is. And so red dress, like, walks up behind her and she just like, relax. She was just like, no, it's just, I think that it's weird. Like, every single time I look up, you talking to my man and da-da-da-da, whatever. I'm just like, I understand that your bodyguard just want a reason to fight, but I'm not finna fight. So y'all can do with that information whatever y'all want. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I ain't do nothing with that man and I don't know who that man is. Like, I don't even know his first name, let alone his last name. And if I don't know at least those two things, my legs can't open. I don't know who this man is. I'm like, I haven't seen this man before in my life. This is the first day I ever seen him. So the fact that y'all acting like this is crazy. And so the little Hispanic girl was just like, I'm leaving. I don't even care. This isn't worth my time. Da-da-da-da. She moved her little bob like this, like, and then she just bopped away. And so then apparently my response was not good enough for Barney. So Barney just bop, 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 running her mouth. Like, she got loud again. And then people started looking again. And so then my friend realized, and my friend came over there and was like, look, I don't know what you're trying to do, but we could do that. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, hey, yo, and my thing is, my friend, she mad thick, and she got on heels, right? She just got hella thighs and ass. So like, I'm just like, you gonna fight for me? I'm like, you love me? I'm just like, girl, though. I'm like, we could just leave the whole party. And so then Bernie was just like, yeah, y'all could just leave the whole party because ain't nobody even want y'all to come here anyway. I didn't even invite y'all. And then we was just like, yeah, he invited us because he wanted us to come. What you want us to do? And then she was just like, y'all can leave. He can leave too. And I'm just like, well, I'm like, I've been ready to go for 2 hours. So like, at this point, I don't care. And so my friend was just like, we will leave whenever we're ready to leave, actually. And if you got something to say, you can say it. And if you want to do something, you can do it. And I'm like, exactly. I was like, but no, we can't be drama in somebody else's house. So I'm just like, bro, if Red Dress want us to leave, we will leave. Like, it's cool. We don't got to be here. Like, at this point in time, it was mad late. So I'm just like, nobody's even worried about none of this. Nobody's worried about none of this. It's mad late. So it was just like, all right, cool, whatever. So she get her greens. She like, I'm getting my greens and I'm leaving. And so like she said bye to the like her little group that she had went to high school with and everything like that. And then she had said bye to Red Dress, like, yeah, Red Dress, your friend tripping. I don't care. I don't got time for this, whatever, whatever. So then Barney started wilding again. And then she just like, yeah, you like going off. I'm just like, wait a second. And so my friend was just like, I don't even gotta take my shoes off. What's good? And I was just like, no. I was like, we gotta get out of here. I'm like, let's go, let's go. I'm like, because one thing people that are not black like to do is call the cops. And there's too many non-black people in here. The cops is getting called and you going to jail. And I can't drive your car home. I don't even know where you live, baby. So I'm like, we're gonna need us to get the fuck out of here. So she was like, all right. And so one of her friends from like her little group walked her to the car to get the car, cause she was just like, you gonna stay here, I'm gonna go get the car, cause the car was mad far away, and I had on heels too, and she was treating me like I was a pretty princess. So she was like, no, wait here, the two of us gonna go get the car, and then we gonna come back and we gonna get you, you don't gotta worry about it, cause it's like, I was coming from work, so I had like work stuff, and then like we had her greens, and like the guy that we came there to see, like red shirt, he got her like a Christmas gift or something, or like a birthday gift. I don't even know. It was a gift, but it was a big box. And so it was just like, I was about to have to carry a bunch of stuff. And we both had on heels. And it just seemed kind of crazy. So she drove the car back around. While she was waiting, while I was waiting for her to drive the car back around, Red Shirt won't come up to me. I apologize for all of that. Like, sometimes people just be doing too much and everything like that. Like, you don't even really gotta worry about them. Like, I'm not even pressed. Like, I'm not even worried about them either. And I'm just like, that's your girl and her best friend. Like, just go over there and be with them. Like, you having these side little conversations with me like you having right now is the whole reason why we in this predicament. Like, they really think I know you, and they really think that I'm the girl that you cheated on your girlfriend with. Like, isn't this really crazy that you letting this narrative run? Like, the whole time he didn't say, no, it's not her. He never said that. He just let them be mad at me and cuss me out. And I'm just like, bruh, I don't know you. And I would have never done anything with you. You're not cute. All you got is your height, and I don't really like tall people like that. So I'm like, bro, there's nothing you can do for me. And so he was just like, yeah, so I mean, while we here, I might as well get your Instagram. No, you might as well not. No, you might as well not. Not after you didn't take up for me when your girlfriend said that I was your side. I ain't never nobody's side. Please do not play with me like that. I'm like, you did not take up for me when your girlfriend tried to say I was your side. Like, no, you cannot get my Instagram. Like, even if it was like, no, you cannot get my Instagram. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't want to ever see you again in life. And then I also I don't even want any interactions with you. I don't want you to see me post anything. I don't want you to say anything to me ever again. Like, this is it. Like, I hope I don't ever see you again. The city big enough. Like, I should never see you. And he was just like, that's kind of harsh. And I'm just like, bro, you drama. You mad drama. And it's my first day ever meeting you and you drama. Like, get out of here. And so I ain't say it like that. I said it cute. Like, I said it real cute and cool. But I'm just like, boy, if you don't get. And so he was just like, well, that's unfortunate. I hope that I get to see you again. And hopefully the next time is way better than this time. And then you'll give me your Instagram. And then we can be cool and da-da-da-da. Boy, shut the fuck up. And so, like, I was fed the fuck up at that point. So I was just like, yeah. She pulled up, beep, beep. I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. Bye to the group of people that I was talking to. Bye to old fine shorty. Because he said he was leaving. He still ain't left yet. Like, my man said he was leaving like 20 minutes ago. Still ain't left yet. So I said bye to all of them. And then I got in the car and I left. And I'm in the car with her. And she was just like, yeah, to be honest, you are his type. I don't even know why she even got with him. Like, every person he ever dated looked very similar to you. And so she was just like, I don't know. I just don't know. And I was just like, that's kind of crazy. What? I'm like, I don't even got no words for that. I love you. I'm going to ride for you. Like, you took up for me. you nuts for not telling me all of this stuff before I got into this person's household, but it's cool. I'm just like, it's whatever. I'm just like, I mess with you, but going to another Friendsgiving with you, I ain't gonna do that. So next year, you don't gotta ask. You don't gotta ask, baby. I'm not going. Surprise. And so that's basically how it was. But like overall, that whole little Friendsgiving was a hot ass mess. I really don't go outside like that, especially with like people that I don't know. And so me taking the time to go outside with her and like do something new, I just kind of was just like, this is why I stay in the house. I'm like, cause a man threatened assault, and then shorty tried 2 types of assault. Yeah, turn up. Like 2 types. Okay, but I'm just like, bruh, it's crazy. Don't do that. Like, leave me alone. So that was the whole thing. It could have been way better if just the 2 of those people just didn't show up to the party. Like, if they could have just been sick, or they could have just had a cold, we would have had a swelled out time. Like, the party was really great aside from those 2 things, but it was like, also it was just like, Red Shirt just kept on doing stuff. So it's kind of like, I was enjoying everything, but it was just like I couldn't enjoy anything for too much time because somebody was going to come and bother me. And it's like, my thing is, I don't be bothering nobody. Like, if I see somebody and I think they're cute, I'm like, hey, you cute. And then I'm gone, I'm done. That's it. Like, if a girl is minding her business somewhere and she just minding her business cute, I'm like, you cute. And then I'm just going on about my day. If a guy is minding his business cute, I'm like, hey, you cute. And then I go on about my day. I don't be bothering nobody. So I'm just like, why somebody always gotta bother me? Like, if I'm interested in talking to somebody and they seem like they're interested in talking to me, then I'll talk to them. But it was so many times where I was just like, like straight face, just And so it was so many times where I was like that. It's just like, you can read body language. I know that you can read that body language, and I know that you can understand that if I keep on giving you 2-word answers, I don't want to talk to you. I know you know this, and it's crazy that you acting like you don't know this, and you can't read social cues. Like, you can't realize that like you really bothering me and I really want to escape and you not allowing me to. It's crazy. It's crazy how you don't understand. Or it's crazy that you realize it and you like, oh, I'm gonna convince her otherwise. Either way, you bugging. Like big B's, you're bugging. So yeah, that's basically how that was. But I mean, moral of the story, it's the same from the last one for real. Like, be careful who you go outside with, and also, you know, that's all I got. That's all I got, yo. It's mad hot in my house. I need to take this off. All of this, it gotta go. I didn't even know I was gonna be off today. I went to work, realized I was off, came home. This has been a long day for me. I'm mad tired. Y'all see my eyes mad low. I'm ready to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep because then I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep tonight. So it's just like, life is hard for me today. Today is a hard day. Today is a hard day. And so I just wanted to tell y'all that story just so y'all know. I just wanted to tell y'all a story so y'all know. But yeah, that whole, it was too much. I wasn't even going to tell this part of the story because I felt like the other part was like the part that I actually wanted to tell. But then I was just like, oh, I might as well actually just tell y'all this. Sometimes yeah, my brain be braining sometimes. And yeah, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I ain't got to say nothing else. So yeah, for me, story time touch the tea is over. Peace and love.